Potatoes. Who doesn't like potatoes? Like, why is there even a no there? Why isn't it all not yes, yes? It's not a matter of do you like potatoes. It's a matter of in what form do you want your potatoes. Shady, I'd give you a recap, but one, a ton has happened, and two, it would all be risk for me to say a name. So we are just gonna use Snek to save the world, I hope. Is there a form you wouldn't consume potato? I'm not okay with taking that risk, Shady. We've had to start over with new Pokemon too many times this stream. I want to clear a gym today. So we're taking a gamble and facing Sir Insect. A form I wouldn't consume potato? Maybe it's a smoothie. I might not consume potato smoothie. Or is it patat smoothie? Also, he starts with it? Back. How much does this do? That's bad. Okay. We held on. I'm doing big heal. I'm afraid to do little heal. I'm doing big heal. Come on, use your buggy bounce. Get out of here. What is the base power of buggy bounce? Wait. What is the base power of buggy bounce? Can that kill us at this health? I almost just typed into Bulbapedia buggy bounce. That's how broken I am. I just want you all to know I am that broken that I almost just typed into Bulbapedia buggy bounce. 70? Was it always 70? I think it was always 70. That's worse. Right. Just a second, checking a thing. Well, at least resist buggy bounce. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I think we're, because of the resistance, I think we're safe from buggy bounce. Oh, that is true. That is true, Chimkin. God. Yeah, Venom Stab, Shady, is base 15. It is one of the worst it's one of the weakest moves in the franchise. Oh, frick. Oh, frick. I don't... No, Shady, it is not super effective. cool. Nope, Shady. It is not. Well, we get to draw a card. Should have grant. The thing is, I feel like I needed quite a few more levels for that to work. Okay, well, let's here and shuffle. This is a good one, I believe. The star. I get any Pokemon of my choice from anywhere using any mechanic. Okay. Okay. So think, I need to use what, okay, so I think our best situation here, like, we need to think about the immediate time. Planning ahead, that doesn't matter anymore. Any Pokemon could be gone at any given moment. Immediately right now, get Pokemon for PC. No, I can't inherit it. Right now, I think a rock Pokemon would be the best thing we could do. We will resist attacks and we will do ×4 damage. I think we want either, I did say a type, but also I have nothing to lose right now. I have no Pokemon. So no inheritance, that's not how it works. So yeah, I think either we want Stone Boy, Stone Lad, or Stone Snek. Yeah, it does say a new Pokemon. Stone Boy or Stone Snek. That I think objectively that is our best two options right now. And I think, I mean, we already have two Stone Boys. But Stone Boy I still think is better than Stone Snek. Yeah, Stone Boy is probably going to be our best bet. I'm trying to think through everything we have access to at this point, and that is, I think, the only thing that will really help us much in this scenario. So we have to go capture Stone Boy. You are not Stone Boy. Get out of here. Yeah, JJ, I mean, the thing is, even with some type of burb, I think I have to get higher level, not even the same. Yeah, the defense too. Also, I won't lie, there is a small part of me that doesn't even want to invest too much into it and going under level, just throw myself against the wall. Hope for some luck, and if I don't get it, new card. That's not generally how I want to do the Kingslocke, but 10 has broken me. And until 10 is gone, I need to think in immediate gratification, so like I'm afraid to invest heavily. Level 6, but I mean, that's what we gotta do. Yeah, I know, Stone Boy will resist everything. I think we can just do this and whittle it down. This actually can be a very gradual whittle, but... Okay. Maybe I should glare. Suffering from success. I will say, just to avoid anybody who may be even more evil than you, Inheritance, I will probably, in any future Kingslocke, go in with the rule that the 10s cannot be restricted by what anything I say or do, or it can't rely on anything I say or do. Oh, I said that, but I have nothing to lose. Yeah, I have nothing to lose. I think that's fair. I don't think I should be forced to bank the 10s. The 10s is already, this 10s is already brutal enough. Yeah, that'll probably be a rule going forward. Not to say this hasn't been interesting, but like... it's gonna make it a very slow run until this gets taken care of. I mean, I agree, JJ. Like, it probably wouldn't have been as bad if it was like 3/4 of the way into the game when I have a bunch of options. No death. We need a name for our Stony Boy. I was actually just thinking that. I was just thinking Rag and Roll Up. I was wondering if it fits. It does fit. I have no spatial awareness with letters. It barely fits. Okay, so Viper, Snek, you have been a good friend. I hope to see you back someday. Snek is not gone for good, possibly. Snek may come back if anything ever gets rid of 10. But for now, Snek, we now have 7 Pokemon in that box. We might eventually need a second box. Oh, they're the same in every game up to X and Y. Okay. I didn't know which generation they lengthened them. I knew at some point they lengthened them a little, but like wasn't sure when. Though they still never fixed the alligator's name. Listen, Chumpkin, I miss everybody. I miss the whole crew. One upside. We can use the HM. That's why they're the only good Pokemon games. I mean, I'll disagree about them being the only good Pokemon games, but... Okay. Time for grind. Oh, hi. I guess I can do this minigame. Multitask. Excuse me, that wasn't a minigame, that was a battle. Oh no, never mind. I was like, wait, what? Okay, no. It was just a weirdly timed wild Pokemon. Yeah, Shady. Temtem does have a higher character limit. But, Pokemon, Scarlet and Violet, they have online co-op. Please don't hurt yourself. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Scarlet and Violet too. I'm looking forward to just knowing more about the games. They still haven't really told us much. If winning get me longer nickname fields. Nickname field should be as long as a tweet character limit. Does this thing have plant moves? Does this thing have plant moves? I don't want to lose to a dumb radish. It does. It absolutely does. Cool. Yep. Get me out of here. Yep, you guys are right. Yeah, I'm leaning towards. I'm very, very slightly leaning towards Scarlet. I wanna see more exclusives. I'm indifferent on the legendaries because I won't get them till the end of the game anyways, and probably won't use them much. The only reason I'm slightly skewed towards Scarlet is because I like Sada more than Turo. But it's so slight that literally anything can push me in either direction still. Excuse me, no, Sada is not temporary. I get her in the game for the entire game. I can always have Feral Professor. Like, it's still not a strong. I'm not going to be seeing her much probably, so that's why it's such a minor point. But whatever form gives you the regional form of that. Woo, finally level 7. Please, please, a battle. No, not a battle. Oh, cool. This glitch again. Okay. I remember how we fixed it last time. Have to save. And then what I did was, I believe it just reset. Just a soft reset. Where's reset? Let me save state. Where's reset? There it is. Professor stretch out infinitely into the past and future. Yeah. And yeah, I can always go visit her, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to entirely base my decision on monster collecting game on a non-monster. Yeah, that didn't work. I figured. I'm trying to remember how this works. Oh, hey Dragon, by the way. I sorry I didn't see your stuff. There was a lot of purple. You've missed, in a way, not a whole lot. And in a way, a lot. We're currently grinding up Roggenrola to try to take solo the second gym. I remember the step on sticks chip. Yeah, it's not the mechanics I don't forget. I don't remember. I forget the solution. I bought both versions of... Well, I bought all versions, red, blue, yellow. I bought both gold and silver, ruby and sapphire, diamond and pearl, and black and white. And that's the only ones I've gotten doubles of. And, oh, and fire red and leaf green. And I have a good reason. The good reason is I had a little sister who is 12 years younger, so not old enough to save money. And we used to play the games together. So I'd buy 2 of them so she could play one of them. She is now, of course, in her 20s, and I have to deal with that as a fact of how time works, and it's frustrating. But she got back into Pokemon thanks to Legends Arceus, so... And I can say, talking out of context, the name of a game. That is fine. What did I... Yeah, this one. Yeah, I hope you get to watch it, Dragon. I think you'll like our takes. Okay, I want to go back and heal. I'm getting worried. We'll come back for, duck. Tasty duck. Since there's more than one ducks. Well, there's only one of this at this point, but eventually there will be more ducks. So this is Tasty Duck. Oh, that's interesting, Dragon. But yeah, so I got both versions for a while until sister grew out of liking Pokemon. And now that she's grown back into it, she's a grown adult who can buy her own games. So I don't think I would ever buy 2 versions again. Well, no. I would buy 2 versions again if I was incredibly financially stable. Like, if I knew I was completely set for the future in terms of saving money, and I am otherwise able to get everything I want. But getting both versions is pretty low priority for me, so... Yeah, no pressure, Dragon. Whenever you eventually get to. Night, Shady. Also, Shady, remember to respond to my message on Discord. The thing I asked you. Please. Thank you. Good night. I don't think I ever remember having trouble with this duck minigame, and my brain is so shot that, like, just... Yeah, Dragon, I don't even think that's the reason anymore. You could just use online to trade. It's so easy. When I was a young enough kid, my interests in games was narrow enough that I saw no reason not to buy multiple. If at least for the very reason you get multiple save slots then, which otherwise weren't really a thing. Now, thanks to the Switch, that's not an issue. But, yeah, any reasons I would have are gone now. And why buy another copy of essentially the same game when I could just buy a new game? So... I think some of the more dedicated fans that don't like many games, that like Pokemon is one of the few games they get. I think it does make some sense for them to get it. For one, if you have multiple, you can have multiple save files on Switch, but only one of them will have online. And 2, if you're going to replay the game that much anyways, you get to experience the slight differences. But... Legends Arceus is a spin-off. I don't care what other people think. Legends Arceus is a spin-off. I sincerely hope they use ideas from it in future generations, and I sincerely hope that it's a spin-off that gets its own series. But it's a spin-off, and so it having only one version, that's fine. The only other spin-off that I can think of that they did that had multiple versions was, what was it? Rescue Team. So, I went the wrong way, I think. Need to go this way. No, some people insist that they're mainline games. I don't know why they want to insist that, but they are... Oh, I see. I didn't notice the grass up here to walk around. I don't know where they got the idea that it's mainline. I think it was just hopefulness. Yeah, Inheritance, I usually try to coordinate, but I'm reaching a point where there's so many people I know that get Pokemon games that there's not even a point for me to coordinate anymore. I'll know people who have both versions. But I do know Shady is getting Violet, and so that also is a slight reason for me to get Scarlet. That's what I just said, Chimkin. That Mystery Dungeon was the only one that I can think of that had... Only spin-off I could think of that had 2 versions. There was Red and Blue Rescue Team, and then there was Dark in Time... Explorers of Dark in Time are the 2. And that one had a 3rd version, Explorers of Sky. Okay. No dragon. My Pokemon one I've been doing till 4 because of my summer hours. I'm a little more flexible, and I want to try to make progress. So I'll actually be ending any minute. Like, I don't even think we're gonna get another attempt at the gym tonight. Because we're way too low level for that gym. But, yeah, and last night, it was because there was something that happened that, caused us to have to, kind of pause for about half an hour, so we went over. So it's otherwise not a regular thing. It's just regular for this game, and Zero Escape, we have to try to find the right spot to kind of stop. It varies. Sometimes we go over a few minutes. They call them part of the Pokemon series, and terminology used for other spin-offs. Yeah, no, I agree their terminology is not very helpful, because if I remember correctly, there was a huge discussion about that for Let's Go, because I think at one point they called it... I think they called them core games. They either called them core games or mainline games. But then, like, they later, like... There was a whole... They've not even used consistent terminology for anything. I don't... I was gonna say I don't think that they know which mainline or core or whatever, but I think they do. They just don't have a consistent term for it. As you said, their terminology isn't very helpful. So, yeah. They understand mostly understand the main series, just the ones they made. Okay, but I mean, they made Legends, and I still don't think Legends is part of the, I mean, Legends is a spin-off. I was gonna say Legends is a spin-off. I think oh, crap. Well, rip. Guess we get to end with a card draw. Oh, we survived! I'm just gonna try to run. I want to run. I don't want to waste potions here. Since... Oh my god, that was scary. We have finite money, so I don't want to waste potions there when it could... Who knows how much we could be stuck in a loop. But yeah, I'm not even, like, saying I think Legends is a spin-off. I'm confident Legends is a spin-off. As I said, I really hope it's a spin-off that they continue. I would love more Legends games that take place in past regions and use that style of mechanics. There is a lot to explore, going through, like, lore from the ages previous in the regions. Pretty much any region I can think of good lore in the past, other than maybe Kanto. And so I hope they do that. But I don't expect a lot of their mechanics from Legends to bleed over. A few may. Probably not in Gen 9 because they were working on both games at the same time. There's weird people that think they started working on Gen 9 after Legends came out. Like they only do one thing at a time, and that's incredibly, I shouldn't say dumb. It's incredibly naive. That's not how game design works. That's not how studios work. Game Freak has multiple teams. It is very likely that Scarlet and Violet were in planning stages before Sword and Shield even released, given how long development cycles actually are. They likely, like, just planning stages, but they overlap gens. They're not legitimately making each one start to finish in 3 years. And Legends definitely wasn't done in 2 years, and then this done in 1 year. That's me speaking as somebody with game design experience and knowledge, and some knowledge in how the industry works. Okay, how long will we'll grind it till we get, I don't know. We might grind it until we get, Stone Hurl? We're not gonna try at that point, it'll still be too low level, but that might be where I call it. Gen 10 inheritance, they're at least starting the planning stages. They're at least in the planning stages of Gen 10. It's very possible they know what region it's already based on. It's very possible they're looking at what types of regional gimmicks. They are very likely looking at how Legends was received and trying to think which of those features they might want to use. And before Brazil. I agree, Chimkin. I wish they would take time in their games, but I sincerely believe that is not the fault of Game Freak. That is the fault of the Pokemon Company. I believe the Pokemon Company gives Game Freak very tight deadlines. That is not something that's exclusive to Pokemon or the Pokemon Company. There's a lot of companies that the development studios are given too tight of deadlines. And then if the game flops because of oh, frick. If the game flops because they didn't have enough time to polish it, then the development team gets the blame. That's what happened with Marvel Avengers. Crystal Dynamics was a pretty competent team, given a ridiculously tight deadline, and weren't allowed to delay it. And Square Enix just wanted it out, pushed it out. It was not finished. It flopped, and Square Enix is like, "Hey, not our fault. We didn't develop it." Yeah, they want to pump out games and make that money. Pokemon Company, like all companies, is a company built on capitalism and greed. I'm sorry. I know I'm saying this on Twitch, but that's a part of capitalism. Pokemon Company in particular, I feel, is one of the more greedy companies. Hitmontop. I mean, they'd have to have a regional Hitmontop. Oh yeah! Mushroom Cicadas here. But yeah. No, but yeah, as I said, Narens, yeah, they're I would bet a pretty large sum of money that Gen 10 is at least in the early planning stages. And I totally agree that they do rush Game Freak. I think Game Freak honestly does pretty well given how tight their crunches are. I hate that they have these crunches, but people want to trash Pokemon games. Pokemon games turn out pretty well given how little time Game Freak is given for them. And Game Freak's other projects kind of show that they aren't allowed to give as much resources into them. And that... I don't know why I'm going in. And that, that they're not allowed to get these skills they would need for a full development cycle. They're used to just crunching into tight timelines, cutting quarters to making the deadlines work. Once again, it's crappy, but people need to stop blaming Game Freak for at least for the full blame. If the Pokemon Company really wanted to put some quality mainline games, they either need to alternate another studio with Game Freak, or they just need to space them out more and have one Pokemon generation per video game generation, rather than what they're roughly doing 2 per generation. And if they did 1 per generation, we would see a huge increase in quality. Sorry to get on this heavy topic, but like, there is some fundamental things that should be changed. Do I think they will be? Probably not. The Pokemon Company's making bank. Pokemon's the top-selling franchise of all in their eyes. Why fix what ain't broke? Because they don't see it as broke if it's given them cash. And nothing we do, no weird Dexit. I know I'm not even on the side of Dexit, but Dexit, what's the word? Boycotts. No boycotts are going to help. It's still going to be the top-selling franchise. Children aren't going to boycott. A majority of the demographic aren't going to boycott. This is just how Pokemon is going to be until Pokemon eventually maybe collapses on its own weight. I'm not sure if that's possible before the extinction of humanity. As long as capitalism exists, which I can't see that going away anytime soon, I think we'll have Pokemon. Yeah, oh yeah, no, I love Sword and Shield, but one of my complaints was indeed the story. The story was awful. Like, it was... The story was... It happened too much off-screen. I get the logic that you're a child and shouldn't be involved in this, but I'm also a player and I want to see story. So the story was honestly probably the worst in any generation, was Gen 8. Animations, I think it varies. I would like better animations. I don't think they are as bad as some people made them out, but there is parts of them that really need fixing. And I'd be for smaller dexes with higher quality animation, higher quality everything. If we could have every Pokemon's moves actually animated to look like they're doing those moves, I would take a dex of 200 to 300 Pokemon and that's it. Because that would look great. Yeah, I like the concept story of Sword and Shield. The pacing is bad. They don't include you in enough of it. And I think Rose could be written a bit better. I think comparatively, though, it's the only story that I feel is worse than X and Y's story. Yeah, X and Y, I agree, Chimkin, that X and Y had a pretty bad story. But at least you got to participate in most of the story. Sword and Shield, I felt like the only bit of the like main story that you did was the elevator scene, and then go deal with the legendaries. And yeah. And if I had to pick a third, honestly, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon is probably a third worst story in my opinion, but that's weird, me being weirdly biased because it's only bad because it's bad in comparison to Sun and Moon. Sun and Moon had an excellent story. I think Sun and Moon had the second best story in the series after Black and White. But Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon kind of butchered the story pretty badly. Lusamine barely makes sense. And I want to like Team Rainbow Rocket, but it just... It was fan service that didn't feel coherent. And yeah, I guess that's the point, but... It is what it is. Sword and Shield has its own saving graces. I love Sword and Shield's characters, the gym leaders especially. It has, in my opinion, the best gym leaders in the franchise. Like, I pretty much loved every single gym leader. But that's partly because they gave all the gym leaders so much characterization with their, like, little baseball cards and stuff. They had more personality. I'm not a big fan of Hop. That's one of the few characters I didn't care for. If you want all the Pokemon Chimkin, then you have to settle we would never get even decent animations. The animations will continue getting worse in quality. You just can't nicely animate 100 new Pokemon every generation. That's not how, like, once again, this is coming from somebody who's with game design experience. That's not possible. With an increasingly growing Pokedex, you can't have... Like, realistically, you can't even constantly add more and keep having all the old ones. So, like, I get wanting all of them. It's disappointing not to have Pokemon you like usable. But I think it's a necessary thing. And I think their priorities should be polish over... It should be quality over content. Which, unfortunately, Sword and Shield, while it met quality in some ways, it didn't meet it enough, I feel. And that's why part of the reason I feel people got so upset is because they cut the decks and they didn't even, like, increase quality enough. Yeah, I didn't like Hop Dragon, sorry. I thought Hop was, I didn't like that there was only one thing he cared about, and he wasn't good at it. The reason I like How more than Hop is because How, while being a bad trainer, training wasn't what he cared most about. He wanted to just eat malasada and have fun and see the islands. Hop, meanwhile, prides himself on trying to be the best trainer in the game, and yet his dumb sheep didn't understand that my steel Pokemon resists its normal attacks, and he'd show surprise when I understood type matchups and he didn't. Hop needed to be competent for me to take him seriously. How never needed to be competent. The only good thing I like about Hop is the end of the game, the post-game, where he realizes that he's better suited as a Pokemon professor. That's the only moment that I liked his character arc. And that's kind of it. Okay, we got Stone Chuck. That's, I think, where I'm going to take it, because I want over when I even want to end. And I work tomorrow. We will... No, once again, speed I don't think is anything that you're ever going to care about. Roggenrola. Dragon, I mean, every rival does that. That's not anything I necessarily respect. Heck, I like Bead more than Hop, and Bead was kind of irritating at times. Bead at least had a great character arc. Like, I wish Hop had the character arc that Bead had. Okay, so we are not high enough to fight Bugsy. But next stream, we will start with some grinding and then fight Bugsy. I'm a little disappointed we didn't get a gym done today. Because we've now, in 2 streams, we've only gotten 1 gym done. But we're currently dealing with some brutal cards. So hopefully at some point, those will ease up.